guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. I truly appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for getting me up to, last time I checked, it was like 223 subscribers. So thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it. You know, I've talked about this. YouTube is like the newest platform to me. It is scary to me. So I'm trying to get used to it. So I really, truly do appreciate everything. So before we get started, just the normal housekeeping. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Psychic Bella Love. If you would like to book your own personal private reading with me, I am on psychicbellalove.com. You can use code BELLA20 for 20% off your reading with me by the time that this goes live. I will have updated the site. I have added new appointment times for those who wanted to book like earlier in the morning or the afternoons. I will be extending the coupon code, and I will also be adding some extra specials and things. And also just for you guys to know as well, I do palm readings and past life readings by email, so you can send me pictures of your hand. I am excellent at my palm readings too, like not to man horn, but I throw in heck of extra information. So you can always book those. Past life and palm readings are $45 each by email. So you guys can just contact me through the site to book that as well. So what we are looking at today, okay, I already said this in my Tati video. Yes, I am biased because I do not like him. Jeracial Slur, aka Jeffree Star, aka Jafar Starfish. I think Jeracial Slur is honestly my favorite nickname that I've heard for him. I did not come up with it. I saw it on YouTube, but I do call him that. So he has a lot going on right now. You know, Tati was threatening to sue him, and then she got caught up in all of her other lawsuits. So it's like, is she still gonna sue him or take any legal action towards him? Now he's being sued by the estate of Anna Nicole Smith for using her name on some of his cosmetics in the past, and I guess it's still being sold to I don't purchase Jeffree Star makeup. I have never used a Jeffree Star product in my life. I would never give that man any of my money. I'm not interested in any of his stuff either. I mean, you guys see, like, I don't really I'm girly. I love makeup. Don't get me wrong, but I don't do the whole, like, I'm gonna beat my face and put on a bunch of lashes and wear the crazy cut creases and stuff. So it never appealed to me anyways. I remember him from the MySpace days. I was very active on MySpace back in the day, and I wasn't impressed by him then. So it's just like, he's never really tooted my, made me all that interested in him as a person or his products or his business or whatever. But he's just constantly, I'm like, Jesus Christ, we cancel people all the time, and yet this man's still walking around making more money. What the hell? Because he just has such a bad reputation. He's done so many bad things. So we're gonna just take a look. Like I said, everybody can always we might have a certain impression of somebody. We start pulling the cards and talking to spirit, and all of a sudden, that it's a completely different story. Because sometimes, well, let's be completely honest, if we just don't like somebody, sometimes it's something that we don't like about ourselves. It's being reflected to us or whatever. I cannot imagine what part of Jeffree Star and me not liking him or anybody else could be reflected in us, but just to give people the benefit of the doubt. So, and then of course there's all this stuff with Andre. Was he paying him, or was it a real relationship? Because both of them have very different stories about what happened there. So I just want to kind of, take a look. Everybody keeps asking me to, but again, I am going to give my disclaimer that I'm biased in the fact that I don't like him. However, you guys, just because a reader does not like somebody does not mean that we can't give a real reading on them. Plenty of us do all the time. We are not going to like every single person that you guys suggest to us. We're still human beings. We just have a talent, a gift, a connection, whatever you want to call it. So, but we're not perfect. So let's get started. Let's look at Jeffree Lynn, as he calls himself, Star. Not surprised this man is a Scorpio because he's got Scorpio energy written all over him too. Alrighty. Spirit, please give us clarity and insight into Jeffree Star. Thank you for joining us. We do not ask any of these questions with the ill intent, malicious purposes, only to seek knowledge and gain clarity and understanding. Please bless all who are spoken of and who are asked about, as well as anybody who does watch this video. Thank you so much, Spirit, for joining us today. Alrighty. So this one is gonna be it's either gonna be exactly the way I thought it was or completely interesting. We will see. Oh, and then the other thing is now supposedly his makeup was like found in like the TJ Maxx bargain bin or something like that as well. There's just been a lot of stuff that's been coming up for Jeffree, you know, and it is a little kind of almost like, wow. I mean, if you think about it in the sense of everything that has happened over the past couple years, especially this year, you know, Shane and Tati were sort of seen as these very unproblematic, kind people and this and that, and now they're the monsters. Jeffree's just always been the monster and just out here being a monster even more. Which I do find the sort of opposition of that very interesting, that here are these people who spent so long trying to prove to us that they were just good people, guys. We're just normal. We're just like you. No, we're millionaires. We're just like you know. Whereas Jeffree's like, I'm crazy. I do this. I'm a snob. Deal with it, you know. But then it's like he has his moments where then he does try to be kinder, nicer, or whatever. But it's always seems as if, I'm going to say seems, as if it is, you know, for manipulative purposes. So, and just to, I have to get used to saying this disclaimer, allegedly everything is for entertainment purposes only. So I cannot claim any information that I get in these videos as true and factual. However, you guys know our predictions happen. And shout out to Lamar Townsend Tarot, because he's been getting like so many predictions, like quick predictions, you know. Like I just posted the other day about how he said on the other side of the view, our show with Tracy, you know, that it was that Chloe was gonna sell her house, and then literally like a week later it's like Chloe sold her house. Like he really gets those like in the moment, like this is what's going on predictions. I kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous sometimes, because I'm like, my stuff always is like, what I get is like, well, in 5 years, you know, and like Lamar's like, next week. Just kidding. I love Lamar. He is really, truly not only such a talented person, but trust me, because I've gotten to know him more behind the scenes, just so genuine and sweet and talented and just an awesome individual. So I really truly like make sure you guys are following him too. So Jeffree has been going through it, guys. He tries so hard to portray himself as somebody who's I'm unbothered, guys, like, oh, you know, or like it's like if I'll tell you like the bad things that happen, because it's gonna sell me makeup, and it's gonna like, you know, get people to watch my latest video, because then they want to see if I'm gonna talk about the tea. But it's like when he's doing that, he's still trying to always kind of like play things off, right? It's not good. It is not good. So first of all, he's still very much dealing with his breakup from Nate. Nate left him. Like, despite what anybody else may say or think, Nate was actually the one that left Jeffree in this situation, because we have the 3 of Swords and this 5 of Cups. And then Jeffree is going through a tower moment right now, right? And because it shows up as the tower moment with this Palace of Cups behind it, that means that this is all, you know, in his relationship. This isn't Andre, because that guy, like, whether they were dating or not, like, it would never have the significance that Nate had on him. You know, that was a real relationship that Jeffree really truly did believe was going to be his happily ever after, and it did not turn out to be that way. So he's definitely still trying to kind of recover from that breakup, but because it shows up as not only just the breakup and being left, and he was left for somebody else, and I don't get, you know, I don't think that Nate had another girlfriend or boyfriend behind the scenes waiting for him. I just get the sense in that he feels Nate left him for something else or somebody else, and maybe Nate is exploring more of a heterosexual life right now than a bi or homosexual life like he was when he was with Jeffree. And Jeffree feels like, you left me to go do something different or to go be with other people, but Jeffree definitely does see it as that. I don't feel like Nate made their breakup about that, but I feel like Jeffree assigned that that's what was going on to that situation when it ended. But the thing is that, you know, it really did destroy him. His life, his emotional state, like everything that was going on with that. But it also came at the same time as everything else in my life was falling apart as well. And I'll explain why I see that in a second. But, you know, he's coming up as the King of Wands behind it. Like, I really tried to keep all of this together. Like, I was the breadwinner, the planning the vacations guy, the guy that was, you know, getting up every day and being like, we're going to accomplish this and we're going to do that now. And it didn't work out at all with the Seven of Swords. The Palace of Coins is coming up, as well as the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Coins. He's having money issues too, you guys. Big money issues. Like, this house, I shouldn't have bought it, because now I'm effed. He bought it with the assumption that things were going to continue the way that they were for him financially, and then this huge tower moment happened, because when he first bought this house, you know, Nate and him were still together. Tati hadn't, you know, thrown him and Shane under the bus. They filmed a whole video of Shane going to his house to go see it, and they were still buddy-buddy and everything. And then it's like, he literally feels like almost like that move to that house ruined his life. Like, I will be surprised. Jeffree's going to hold on to that house for a little bit longer, only because if he sold it right now, he would lose money on it. But it is not the happy, oh my God, look how great my life is, like, situation that he thought it was going to be. And he thought that, you know, purchasing that home was going to create a family home for him and his relationship, and he'd have friends over all the time, and they'd have all this stuff going on, and it did not work out in that sense. Yeah, Eight of Swords, I got myself trapped in a situation that I don't know how to get out of, okay? The Knight of Wands with the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords, there's more people that are going to come after him. He's going to have more problems. And these are bigger than just YouTubers making a, you know, exposed video or anything like that, or telling on him. It is directly at his business with this 10 of Coins. So he's going to be fighting a lot to try to save his business and to keep his business reputation in a better place, to try to accomplish things business-wise. He's really going to be fighting for that over this next, especially 18 months is what Spirit is saying. Like, he's literally right in the thick of his tower moment. It has not ended. It began with Nate leaving, but it has not completely reached its full potential with this wheel card, like the wheel has not completely turned. So he's like, you know, right here, like say this is like a clock and we're at 2 o'clock, you know, he's still got to go all the way around before he has ended this cycle and things can get better for him. He'll have his little victory moments with this 2 of Wands. However, they don't last for very long. It's like, he might be like, oh, you guys, like, I made the funniest video ever, and like, it really is funny. He gets all these views. He starts thinking people like him again. And then, you know, it comes out and it's like Janet Jackson suing you because you poisoned her, and then with your lipstick, and then all of a sudden everybody's attacking him again, you know? And so it is going to be very back and forth for him. But mostly down moments, and I feel like all the down moments have not completely happened yet. We have the 6 of Coins and then the World card in reverse. Somebody's gonna make him a really not very well thought out or even honest offer. So it could be in the sense of, I mean, we'll ask and everything and we'll see what else Spirit has to say. I feel this being more revolving around his business stuff. Either it's like, you should go make a YouTube video with this person, and Jeffree's like, oh cool, they get lots of views, goes on there, doesn't realize, you know, almost like they pulled a Tasha K Jaguar Wright moment on him, where they ask him all this shit and then release this horrible interview that makes him look bad, or something like that. But I also keep getting like his business is going to be heavily under attack over the next 18 months. Like however he does things in his business right now, if he keeps that business, he's gonna have to completely overhaul and redo the way that he does things, because if he doesn't, he, like, this business as he knows it will have nothing if he doesn't change how things are starting now. And I'm not just talking about like repackaging or rebranding, but I'm talking about the way that he operates from start to finish, and even something about like some of the products that he's releasing, or he might have reformulated some of them, like, are not going to be very well reviewed. Because I keep getting this thing of, oh, you know, like people coming out like with reviews on YouTube, and it's like, I used to have the Jeffree Star this or that and I loved it and it was my favorite lipstick, and so I, you know, wanted to try because they said they reformulated them, and then they're like, oh my god, you know, like, I got a rash after I used this lipstick, or my face fell off, or there's like crazy stuff that's gonna come out, like the way that we, you know, sort of looked at like the whole Jaclyn Hill lipstick scandal. Like, it's gonna be something along that lines is what Spirit is saying. There's actually a company that is making offers to Jeffree to buy his company. However, he's refusing it. Wrong move, Jeff. Honestly, wrong move. You should have, because you could have done a situation like Kylie did, where you kept like the controlling interest or most of it or whatever. He's saying no, but it's like, he needs these people's money. Like, he needs them to help him. Like, he would be in a much better place with these people. I mean, with this business coming up, if he actually took that offer. But because he's so stuck on being the person that's in charge, being, no, it's all me, it's all me, it's all me, that it's really, like I said, it's not going to work out in his favor with this Moon card and the Star card. There's hidden stuff that's going to come out. Very hidden stuff that's going to come out that is going to really affect his company and how things end up, you know, going. Jeffree. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So this part is just like the general overview part that I'm seeing what Spirit wants to share with us and everything. So, okay. Jeffree, you're the King of Cups at times where you're so overly emotional that you let that get to you, and then with this Devil card and this Ace of Swords, you snap on people. People have forgiven you in the past for this, but you need to really start checking yourself and stop doing that, because with this death card, people are sick of giving you passes. Like, the way that you could go and tear somebody apart online, and then everybody would just be like, oh, that's just Jeffree, though, and everything. With the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, you're going to put yourself in some situations that you can't get out of. So you really, 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 really need to calm the F down and stop doing this, because it's not going to work out in your favor. And it is going to cause like lasting effects. Also, Spirit keeps talking about, you know, because this will be a lot of triggered of people coming from, right? But what Spirit is also saying is that it's like there's people that see this that don't want to work with you afterwards. Whether that means investors, because it keeps talking about, it's not even just like, oh, like this YouTuber doesn't want to collab with you. No, it's people who have money. It's people that you would need those contacts. It's people that you would need to work with, because they're coming up as the Hierophant, people who are paying attention, so that way they know if they want to work with you with this 10 of Wands. But you come up as the King of Pentacles in reverse with this 4 of Swords. So it's like, shut up, because you need to, because it's not going to work out for you. Like, people are paying attention, big name people, and they're going to have a bad opinion of you. So when the time comes and they're like, hey, let's, you know, like, you want to actually go work with them, they're like, we're not doing business with you. No, thank you. We've seen how you run yourself and your brands. We don't want that. Also, Jeffree, because you were coming up as the King of Cups, you do have somebody coming in and they show up as the Queen of Cups, which just means that they match your emotional energy. They're extremely emotional as well. Like, they may be a Cancer, because I keep feeling it being a lot of water energy. So if it's not another Scorpio, it is another Cancer. It's a man, but, you know, sometimes we just mirror energies or whatever. Or if we need to show up in the same suit as somebody and somebody else already showed up as the king, then we'll show up as the queen. This union, though, with this 2 of Cups, it ends in the Tower card moment. This, again, is not Andre. This is somebody else that has not come in yet, but they are coming in quickly. Like, Spirit is saying that because Jeffree is basically in the middle of a karmic cycle, right? And so it's like anybody that does come into his life right now, friends, relationship, otherwise, they're only there to help further serve that karma to him. And because we have the Sun in reverse with the 6 of Pentacles, this person is not coming to you with honesty, and they are coming as part of, you know, the overall universal, it's time to teach Jeffree Star, or whatever you want to call him, a lesson. But again, guys, like I said in my Trump reading that is currently being uploaded right now as we're recording this, like I've said in my other readings, you know, when stuff like this happens, there is a purpose for it. Whether it's because you're so off track and like the universe has to kind of throw some bombs in your path to put you on the right track so that you naturally divert to that, or if it is because of karma, good or bad, that you set up your way. So, you know, I'm not getting joy out of this because I know everybody thinks like, oh, you don't like Jeffree, you're probably like so happy. I really am not. Like, if I don't like somebody, I'm just like, whatever, like, I'm just not going to engage with you. You know, I'm not going to sit here and ever wish bad on anybody. So it just surprises me that he still has so much support with all the things that have continually come out against him. I mean, I know that there's some people who are just really untouchable, but it's just funny to me because it's like I think about it and I'm like, there's no way Manny and Mua could ever get away with that, you know? But you hear Jeffree and to a lesser degree, and Nikita just can go around pissing everybody off, doing every kind of bad thing and getting away with it. So, but that's not my place to worry about. And as we see right now in this reading, everybody does get to their place where karma comes to bite them. Okay. And I'm going to have to split this reading up into 2 parts because anytime that I get about 30 minutes on my phone with these recordings now, it's telling me I ran out of space. I'm waiting for my other videos that I uploaded to finish uploading so that I can delete them off and record longer videos. So there will be a part 2. And we'll look at like his relationship with Andre then, and then what's going to happen with him and Tati and Shane. So let's just see, what else do you want us to know about Jeffree before we end it here, and then we will be back for part 2. That's 3. I should do a Kylie Jenner reading too. Not that I love the Kylie Jenners or anything, but I just kept getting this energy around a lot of stuff coming out about her makeup and her business as well. So let's see. Hopefully I have time to do that today and phone space. Okay, after this karmic cycle that he's in ends, he is going to come out being a better person. He will, surprisingly. With this World card and the Empress, he's going to be a better person. Not in the sense of like how he always like proclaims that he's going to be. Like, I learned my lesson, guys. Da-da-da-da-da. And then like, you know, it's fake. It actually is real. It actually truly is, which I'm very surprised about. He's going to be in a lot of therapy too. Now, this is the thing, you know, once all the chips sort of fall where they may, with the Justice card and the Hierophant and the Six of Swords, he's going to be walking away from a lot of people, a lot of opportunities, a lot of contacts that he's had, maybe even like the way that he has done business so far, which, you know, obviously Spirit was telling him to do. But there is like a lot of changes that result in, with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, renewal for him. Like, he is going to come out of this being a better person, being happier with this Four of Wands. But it is going to take him quite a while to get there. Like I said, he's really going to get his butt kicked over the next 18 months until he learns his lesson. And then it's like, and it really is that this whole thing, it's just like, you know, sometimes you go through so much that whether or not you realize it, you change. You know, you become smarter, you become stronger, you become a better version of yourself with this Ace of Wands, because he shows up again as the King of Wands, that he is going to be working, fighting, trying to fix things, trying to put everything back together after all of this happens. So there is that. However, just this Queen of Wands and Knight of Pentacles, I'm concerned about. I feel like this might be Tati and James Charles, because I do feel them still causing problems for him even after everything is said and done. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right here, and then we will go ahead and do part 2 in a moment. So that way we can see, what is this Queen of Swords and Knight of Pentacles about? Are you and Tati going to end up in a legal battle? What's going to happen there? I just want to see if him and Shane are going to continue their friendship. So I will be back in just a bit with that. Thank you so much, guys. If you don't come back, please make sure to like, subscribe, share, follow, do all the things. Follow me on Instagram, Psychic Bella Love, and go to my website, psychicbellalove.com, and you can use the code BELLA20 at checkout for 20% off your reading with me. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much, and I will see you in a moment with part 2.